Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to break down a playbook, a way to turn something you already have, your happy customers, into your single most powerful growth engine. Yep, we're talking about online reviews. Okay, let's just jump right in with one number that should really grab your attention. 93%. Seriously, that's how many of us, consumers, read online reviews before we buy anything. This isn't just some passing trend, folks. This is fundamentally how we all decide where to spend our money now. So what does that 93% actually look like in the real world? Well, check this out. Meet Sarah, a dental practice owner. The moment she put a real systematic review process in place, her new patient bookings went up by, get this, 180%. That is not a small bump. That is a game-changing, business-transforming number. All right, so if getting reviews right can be so huge, what's the flip side? What happens when you just don't? Well, here's the thing. Not having a review strategy isn't neutral. It's not just standing still. It's actively costing you. It's what we call the high cost of silence, and it hits your bottom line in 4 really critical ways. See, you gotta stop thinking of reviews as just nice little comments. They're way more than that. Think of them as your sales team that works 24/7 and never takes a coffee break. I mean, every single positive review tells Google's algorithm, hey, these guys are legit, which boosts your visibility. They're the social proof that takes someone from just browsing to actually buying. They help you totally own the local search results. And get this, a strong reputation even lets you charge more. It's huge. I mean, look at this. When you put it side by side, the difference is it's night and day, right? On one side, you've got a business with reviews. They're building trust, they're super visible, they have a real competitive edge. But the business without reviews, well, they're basically invisible online. They are literally just handing customers over to their competitors, missing out on opportunity after opportunity, day after day. Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting. What if I told you the solution isn't just about begging everyone for more reviews? What if it's about understanding the psychology, the why, behind who leaves a review, and more importantly, who doesn't? Because there's this huge untapped gold mine of your happiest customers just waiting for you. You see, it breaks down into basically 3 groups of people. First, you've got your emotional reactors. They're the 15% who are either absolutely furious or over the moon ecstatic. Then you have the helpful community members, about a quarter of your customers who just genuinely like to help people out. But then there's the biggest group by far, 60%, the silent majority. These are the people who are happy, they're satisfied with your service, they just don't even think about leaving a review. That is your single biggest opportunity right there. So that brings us to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? How in the world do you get this huge group of happy, quiet customers to actually speak up? They need a nudge for sure, but it has to be the right kind of nudge. One that feels personal and super easy, not like you're bugging them. Well, the answer is actually a surprisingly simple but really powerful system. It's designed specifically to reach that silent majority. We call it the 2-touch system, and the beautiful thing is, its power comes from psychology, not from pressure. Okay, here's how it works. It's just 2 steps. Step 1, the appreciation message. So about 24 to 48 hours after you've provided the service, you send a personal, genuine thank you note. And that's it. No ask, just pure gratitude. This is all about building goodwill. Then step 2 comes about a week later. Now you follow up with a polite, direct request for a review. And you include a super simple link. This system works like a charm because it separates the thank you from the ask. It makes the whole thing feel like a relationship, not a transaction. And now for the secret weapon, the real game changer. You don't have to do any of this manually. There are AI tools out there right now that can automate this whole 2-touch system. And we're not talking about generic spammy messages. These tools can personalize every message with specific details so it feels totally authentic, but you barely have to lift a finger. It's awesome. It's personalization at scale. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? The big fear, the dreaded negative review. Everybody worries about them, but what if I told you that a bad review, if you handle it the right way, can actually become one of your best opportunities to build trust with all your future customers? The absolute #1 rule is do not react emotionally. Ever. Instead, you need a system, a framework. We call it the LEARN framework. It's simple. First, you listen. You actually acknowledge what they're saying. Then you empathize. Show them you get why they're frustrated. Apologize. Take responsibility. Then offer to resolve the problem. And finally, lay out the next steps to take the conversation offline. It's a formula that de-escalates the whole thing and shows everybody else who's reading that you genuinely care. So you end up with something that sounds like this. It's calm, it's professional. See how you're not arguing, you're taking control of the situation, and you're showing a real commitment to fixing it. Seriously, just one response like this can turn a really public complaint into an amazing showcase for your customer service. It's incredible. All right, so now you've got the big insight. You know about the silent majority, and you have the systems to handle both the good reviews and the bad ones. So let's get to the payoff. Here is your dead simple action plan to get the ball rolling this week. We're talking 3 simple actions. That's it. First, do a quick audit. Just figure out where you stand right now. Check your review count and rating on Google and Facebook. Second, get your links ready. Create and save the direct links to your review pages so you have them on hand. And third, and this is the most important one, just start. Find 5 recent happy customers and send them a personalized request. See, it's not rocket science. It's all about building that initial momentum. So when you really break it all down, it's pretty clear, isn't it? The system is simple. The psychology behind it is solid. And the opportunity, it's just massive. Your best, happiest customers are out there right now, totally ready to be your most powerful marketers. So it really just boils down to one final question for you. Are you ready to ask?